It is Saturday the 12th of January, not December, 2025. I've been here for God knows how long now. 9 days? I was going to record something like a week ago once I got settled in, but then everything else happened, so I just wanted to wait till I got back into my normal routine, that I could then go, alright, now I can get back into the swing of recording bits. So that's what I'm doing now. Hopefully I stay consistent. I haven't edited November, I haven't edited December. Those are problems for this month. It's going to be once I get my exam out of the way on Wednesday, then everything becomes my problem. Shoot my bow now. It's very fun to shoot that bow. I will be honest. And I've been named the Green Arrow by one of my friends, so canonically it had to happen at some point. Other than that, back to normal. Lecture starting the 20th. I'm in London on the 16th for a university challenge interview, so at this point it's no longer a joke. I might record some bits while I'm there, I'm not sure. It depends what I'm allowed to do, really. Yeah, one of my friends is coming up 17th, so he'll be with me for 4 days-ish. It's going to be so weird for him. He's just going to be sat in the corner and I'm just going to be like talking away at my camera. But yeah, hopefully see you tomorrow. Fingers crossed. I've got 2 days of pure revising to do now. It's going to be quite the ride. It's now like 6:10 on the, I don't even know what the date is, the 16th. I forgot to record stuff yesterday and last night. I was moving my whole room about and I've not slept in 2 days because I've been doing stuff. However, here is Gulliver. This is the university's mascot. You see he's a seagull with the logo is like a sailor scarf. That'll be more context. I have to go to London in a train in fuck knows when. I'll get the time up. 6:55 to go haul my arse all the way up to London to the television centre. Because the university challenge joke is no longer a joke. I am actually going up with a team for an interview. God help my soul. However, I did like 3 episodes this morning, like watching them. I got a few right, mainly science, pop culture and computing related, but if those are 3 subject areas I can just pull to the team, those are 3 subject areas I can pull to the team. If I record anything, I do. I don't know, if I can I might try and interview the other 4 people, especially team leader, that'd be quite fun. Yeah, not sure what the plan is. So yeah, if I record anything, I guess you see that next. If not, you'll see me capping out the day, and this will be recorded into the Uni Diary video. Also, yeah, let's see what happens. So, anyone for Dodgems? No. 16th, Thursday, University Challenge interview day. I will be honest, I enjoyed that a lot more than I thought I would. Like, genuinely I thought it was going to be me, like, going with the other team thinking, shit, I had an exam yesterday, my brain's done. I've not slept in 3 days. For lack of better words, cooked. But no. I did strategically place power naps on the train on the way there and on the way back, so that by the time it reached roughly 2 o'clock in the morning, I would crash and sleep. That's 7 minutes away. So, my plan worked. Well, it's going to work. So, yeah, we got like a 5 to 7 in the morning train from Plymouth to get to Paddington for, I don't know, somewhere between 9:30 and 10. Then we got the underground, I forgot what it was called then, to, I think it was Whitehall. I don't know, it's a circle line. It's Greek to me. Walked past BBC Studios. Tempted to walk in and talk to Russell about some of the script writing on Doctor Who, but we don't have time for that. That would require a few days. So we walked round. They were working on the electric doors, so a guy opened the doors for us. It felt really posh. It just happened to be a guy who held the door open for us because the things don't work. It's like a professional chauffeur thing. It felt cool. We then got temporary lanyards, which basically just allowed us to scan in and out. All it was their little flashcards on. I got a picture on my phone. I'll show you on the just standard lanyards. But they did have in front of the where the lifts are a bloody big statue of Thunderbird 1 from the Thunderbird Go remake. That was cool. Yeah, so that's the lanyard, which is pretty cool. And then big Thunderbird 1 statue, which is cool. So obviously I'm awkward. I'd never take selfies, but I was like, it's Thunderbird 1, I have to. Which is why I look so. It's like in Dexter when he tries to look normal in photos. So yeah, it was quite nice. We went up there. They had really fancy toilets. It's just worth mentioning. And then we sat in a room. Us, Reading, and I can't remember the other university. And we had 20 questions. Sorry if you can hear that outside. 7 seconds a question. So probably just over 2 minutes, 2 minutes 20 seconds maybe, to answer them all. In my opinion, some of them were harder than ones that were on the actual TV series in itself, which is reassuring because I got at least 7 of them, I think, correct. I think I'm not 100% on that. I'm just going off of what I think. So in theory, I've got at least 7 out of 20 right. It's just over a quarter. It's not bad. But then I think they add up all our individual scores and get the average per team. And I think then based off of that score is how they pick who goes through, if they meet the threshold. But then they're also looking for a wide range of courses, backgrounds. That basically you need to make good TV. So my goal was to make the interviewers laugh. Turns out all I had to say was, as a computer science student, most of my time is spent behind a computer. I was literally basically in myself there, trying to think of a funny joke. Of well, how can I make everyone laugh? No, it turns out you just have to be a computer science student. Moral of the story: if you want to be a good comedian, study computer science. They think you're a joke to begin with. Very good moral life lesson there. As a joke, of course. Yeah, so that was fun. And then basically we had to introduce ourselves in the University Challenge format. So oh hi, I'm Josh. I'm from Glastonbury. I'm studying this. That was to the other teams, and then we were asked about our team, how the team leader was picked, why we think we'll do well as a team, that sort of thing. I feel like we have a decent chance because of how, I guess, underprepared and slightly funny we were. Because obviously the other teams were on about how they prepared. They asked previous years' teams about what to do, how to do stuff, what to say. Well, we haven't had a previous team. since I think like 2018. And I'm just going to look this up to double check this. Oh, it might be even worse. I found an article here from 2011 saying that we got absolutely blown up by Durham. Which, that sounds about right. I've been told that we were destroyed by Durham, so I'm going to say 2011. Which, just going off of what I found out, it might be wrong, it probably is. Which, that's quite mental, that. 14 years ago, Jesus. They're going to mount the pressure on that. You've not had a team for 14 years. How do you feel? Thanks for the pressure, mate. So yeah, we haven't really had previous years to ask. And obviously we found out Christmas break happened, and when we got back we had all our exams. I apologise about the noise outside. You live by a pub, you know. I think it was like some kind of domestic argument going out there earlier on. It's unsettling. But yeah, back on to the story. So yeah, we just kind of joked that like we found out Christmas happened, which the other two teams joked about. But then we got the joke in that, well, our exams happened right afterwards, so we practiced on the train there while sleeping, which made some people chuckle, which is good. We made a fair few people laugh that day. I think that's decent. Like if you want to be on like, I guess in like a TV program, you kind of have to be like funny or stand out, so you're different, and they're like, oh, he's memorable. Just using he as an example. So yeah, that was interesting. And then obviously we had to like say why we think our team leader is a good team leader. The reasons are obvious. She took charge when we needed someone to, and she got us all there alive and back. So there's that. And then one of the Reading Uni, the people in that team were quite nice. We all went to a pub afterwards. Just bonded. Here is Gulliver in a pub. It was like a £5 or something for a pint of Coke. Ludicrous prices. But it was like 30 seconds away from Paddington Station, so I can kind of understand it. Paddington in itself was cool. I found the bear. And then for all intents and comedy purposes, here's Gulliver with Paddington. That was my goal. It's just like, well, how much can I like shove Paddington, Gulliver, sorry, with like random things. Gulliver's sightseeing trips. So obviously, if we get through, that's what I'm going to do in Manchester or Salford. But you know, one's here, one's there. Try and just like get Gulliver with random landmarks. Be funny. So yeah. I hope we've done well enough to get through at least, because that'll be one hell of an achievement, and I think our team's decent. 2 marine biologists, 2 geologists, and a computer scientist. Decent. We got most things covered apart from philosophy and art. I apologise again. I know a little bit of philosophy because we covered it on the course, ironically. And the Greek alphabet I covered in maths. Because, yeah. What the hell is going on out there? So, yeah. I hope we get through. It'd be a hell of a thing to do. It was fun answering those questions. I don't know if I'm going to admit that to my family. But if you stumbled across this video, it was quite fun, which I really was not expecting. Because like I was watching because obviously I didn't sleep, so I was watching University Challenge from like 4 o'clock till 5:30. I think it was series, I don't know what series I was watching. I think it was the one from last year. I was enjoying it. Yeah, I got a good chunk of like the literature and that one's wrong, but then it would come along one that I got. I was like, oh yeah. I think my one disappointment is being in a Formula student team. I should have got all 3 of the Formula 1 questions correct. I got one of them right. I may have ballsed up the other 2, but it's fine. Because we got the music and computing questions correct, so it's completely fine. But I think probably the worst thing for me out of the whole like interview thing is that they asked us what's something we learned recently. Well, obviously, when you've got 10 people before you're picked, and they're all saying something interesting like, I learned this about like the sea sponge cycle, and I'm just sat there thinking, alright, that's really cool. They're going on about how sea sponges affect like the ecosystem of the ocean. How the hell do I come up, because obviously I've not learnt anything on my course. So if I've like learnt anything recently, it's from December 23. So I was like, what do I pick? Do I just lie about a random fact? I'm going to guess they're football fans out there. So what I ended up picking was Human or Not, the largest Turing test conducted. It's back online. So I just used that as my fact that the largest Turing test ever conducted is back online for people to experience on the internet again. I got told it was interesting. I'm happy with that. I came up with that probably 5 seconds before I had to say my thing. I was sat there and I was absolutely terrified. I was like, oh my god. And then when it came to recording like the interviews, obviously, the room... Alright, we're going to do this again. No, tell you what, we'll do the laptop. Right. This makes sense, I think. So, you got the door... Right, headphones are the door. Yeah? You got the door to the main room there. You got Reading here, and then you got us here. You had a third table here, and then Gulliver can represent the judges. Right? I hope you can picture that in your head. This probably looks really random. Well, they went that way round, which meant I had to go first for the team, and that's just a little bit of pressure, I will be honest. I mean, yeah, it's not like actual interviews that will end up making it onto the show, but it's interviews that could end up being used to, like, come down to a wire decision. I mean, I had, like, the pressure of coming up with something 5 seconds before I had to say it. I messed up saying Alan Turing and said Alan Turing. That, I felt second and third hand embarrassment from that one as well. And then I'm surprised I didn't mess my name up. I do that a lot. Whenever I'm like randomly in front of a camera, I normally will say my name wrong. I normally say like Joshua, I don't know why. Or Hutchinson, it's really weird. But I didn't, it worked. So, it was fun. It's a long day. I'm very grateful for the opportunity I've had to... So obviously, this is... Whether we get through or not, this is a bloody big thing. We've been picked by the university to represent the university on national television. That in itself is a fucking big honour. Like, I got to spend, like, nearly 7 hours on the train going to London. Spend like close to an hour on the tube in total to try and represent myself as best I can along with the rest of my team to get chosen out of, say, I don't know, 120 different teams to compete against other universities for the chance of winning the 25 series, as in the year 25. And bringing, I guess, in a sense, honour to thy university. that is a big honour to have, like, been given. Whether I get to go and try or not, I'm one of the 5 people that has gone to Television Centre to try and represent the university. I'm proud of that in itself. Like, we were talking about on the way back that we know we're old now, because instead of asking for, like, Instagrams and that first, the first thing we asked about was LinkedIn pages. And we're all, like, debating whether or not we post anything on LinkedIn. I'm gonna. Whether I get through or not, I'm gonna do a whole length, like, post on LinkedIn about how this is, like, a huge honour to have, like, been allowed to go up and try to have a chance at representing my university. If we actually make it through, that's going to be an even longer post. I don't know what I'm gonna do if we get through. I don't even know how I'm gonna, like, try and react to that normally. It's cool. Now I have to cram knowledge into my head. Because, I mean, if I'm going there, I might as well go there to try and win, you know what I mean? Whether it be a trophy I can actually keep or not, because it ends up having to go back anyway. But, hey, actually, I think the hardest part will be is, because obviously I try and do these daily, that if, and I do apologise that today's segment's so long, but if we go up there and we get through, I can't say anything on these segments. Because although, yeah, these segments come out at the end of the month, the episode isn't going to be out. So I can record video segments talking about what happened, but I'm not allowed, if we get through, to put anything up until the final airs. So I will probably record bits and, like, my thoughts on the day of recording, but you're not going to see that for months. That is one thing that's going to, I guess, I will feel the pressure of, is that I'll have to make sure I don't accidentally show the footage to someone. Because obviously I'd show my friends, like, video bits that I muck about with and things I've taken. I don't want to, I'm going to have to move it to a separate folder if we get through, because I don't want to accidentally, like, leak the outcome of the show to a friend by complete accident by clicking on the wrong video file. So it's just, because of my hobby of recording stuff, I just have an added amount of pressure, and that's just kind of on me. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling now, because it's 7:11, which means I've probably been talking for about 20 minutes in the segment. Until next time, have a good day, have a great day. I'll see you in tomorrow's segment. And if I end up doing a long form video about University Challenge, I'm sure this whole segment will be just plotted in there. See you tomorrow. Right, it's the 22nd. I've not done anything in a few days because obviously Damien was over, so I couldn't really record anything while he was here, and he was here for like 4 days, and then I needed a day afterwards to rearrange the place back to one person, not 2. So today was careers fair. The 21st I had to go get 48 cans of Monster for the Forming Society. Rowan printed off these key rings of the Society's logo. So I've got one of them now. So yeah, Monster was handed out. You had to, like, follow the Instagram account to get a can of Monster. I think that was quite successful. We got rid of, I don't know, 42 cans. So pretty good day. Archery, in other terms, I finally did it. And by it, referring to my personal goal of being able to get the Yugo Wakateki Wukalo as my caption on Instagram. So it means I've got all 3 in the middle. The site is pretty much there. It might be 1 or 2 rotations out, but seeing as I have 1 shoot before the next competition, I don't actually want to change the site. I'm going to get the picture of the arrows to show you. Because if I change the site, I'm going to fuck it up, and I just can't be arsed. I also think the one in Exeter might be 30 yards, not 20, which I'll have to change the site anyway to a company for that. So I don't want to just mess about with it too much, because I'm just going to start ruining things, and at this will, like, I need to be at my best. Yeah, what else is new? Robotics wasn't robotics. Rocco 5.1 is electronics. I misunderstood. Still pretty cool though. I get to fuck around with wires. It's pretty dope. I mean, Monday's a lecture about robotics, but then Tuesday is the lab session with the wires, which is pretty cool. Then Martin's usual soft 050, 051 sorry, has become soft 050. Student-led project. For that, I'm doing a version 2.5 of Chad. It is the AI that I made with Charlie for IBM back in college. I'm saying version 2.5 because the Chad we showed IBM is technically version 2, because we had to remake it from the ground up like 2 days before we had to show it. And it's not technically a full version. I did want to just make Chad version 3, however Martin wasn't happy with that idea because it was too samey in his eyes, when I literally had to make everything from the ground up because I'm using code this time. But he agreed in the end, as long as it's Plymouth based information. So I'm going to make it, and then the resources I use to make it, I will tweak it into Chad version 3 and release Chad version 3 into the internet. I get what I want both ways there. Then that is actually the first project ticked off my list of projects, because it's Chad, Atmos, PID, and the Fallout computer thing, which I still haven't made, and that dude, he's still waiting for an update, and I just haven't had the time to work on it because university. He knows that though, he's fine with that. He's been watching these, which also haven't come out since October. So in his eyes, I'm probably dead. Just, yeah, hello when you get to this one. So yeah, things will just start happening slowly. I mean, obviously when uni ends, I'll have more time to work on my own projects, because that's what, May? I mean, other than the fact that I'll have formula work to do. Kind of, actually no I won't, because we're going back to concept class. And other than the fact that I take a holiday in July, and I'd still have archery tournaments. Yeah, basically the minute uni ends, like this academic year, it is literally going to be do archery, work on my personal projects, do shit I can't do while I'm at uni, come back in September, rinse and repeat. Also try and upgrade the poundage of my bow. I'm at 26, I can pull 28, I like to go for 32. So I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday, so I've got badminton. Nothing else now, because Thursday's now my off day, other than like the meeting with support mentor. So I'll probably use Thursday for like a part-time job, because esports haven't begun yet. They don't begin till like the 10th of February or something like that. Yeah, so see you tomorrow. I get to wear my badminton kit for the first time, and tonight I ordered the archery shirts. They should be with me to 7. Assuming that they don't include the weekends as a working day, by the 7th, if not the like 11th of February. if they do include the weekends as a working day, the third or 5th, I'm gonna hope they do the weekend as a working day. Then I can start wearing my archery shirts to shoots. Yeah. And the Foreman Society's not doing shirts this year, so that's like 25 quid that's got to come back my way at some point. Yeah. Alright. See you tomorrow. Different camera angle today because I've got my fan on because it's fucking warm in here. So, it's the 23rd. Badminton went right. I'm not as rusty as I thought I was, which is nice. Got some streaming in, tidied up a bit. So obviously I had the Indiana Jones Collector's Edition just kind of there on the table. Like, here was the camera, here was the thing. I also found out a time's been changed on Saturday for the archery competition, which means I could possibly sleep. But I still don't want to risk it. Also means I'm probably getting like a 10:30 in the morning train, which to be fair is only like 2 hours more than 2 hours later than I would have been getting anyway, because it's like a 40-minute walk or something from the train station to the uni. Because I've injured my leg slightly, I'm walking slower, so it's going to be like an hour for me, and like I'll be there for like 1:30 or something. So I need to be in Exeter from at least 12:20. There's a train that would get me in Exeter at about 12:03, but delays and stuff. So I'm tempted to get like a 11:45 train or something. Gives me that little extra time to go and, I don't know, get food and eat on the way. I don't know. I've got a day, or less than a day, to figure that out. Probably talk with one of the senior members of the society again and get the ins and outs on how far it is away from a regular person, and just plan off of that. Other than that, nothing else happened. I went and got sealant spray for the gold guns. So far it's working. I can pick one side up and it'll get gold all over my fingers. The other side's to be seen. I put the black one in there as well on the third piece of cardboard. However, the shower dripped and the cardboard got damp. Yeah. So I'm praying that doesn't happen again. So yeah, that's going on. I've got one lecture tomorrow. It's at 3 o'clock till 5 o'clock. I would have to order food to come here at like 5:05. That way I can grab my food, go inside, eat, get changed and bugger off to archery. It's doable. And then obviously on Sunday I got Nerf, which is why I'm doing the guns now, because I need them on Sunday. And then Saturday, obviously I'm in Exeter, so I have tomorrow really to spray the other sides. So it's doable. I can do a bit Saturday, but I preferably don't want to. So I'll put another coat on them, let them set overnight. That marks 3 or 4. Do another one in the morning when I go to Argos to collect a controller. I bought a guitar hero controller. Because obviously I play sort of rhythm games on my Xbox, and I don't want to keep going through Elite Series 2 controllers because they're like £100 a time. So I spent 130 quid on a specialised controller for guitar games. Here's hoping. So yeah, I'm actually tired for once, so I mean, in my defence, I did do badminton fucking constantly for an hour, and that's, yeah. So I'm gonna get sleep for once. See you tomorrow, and I don't plan on sleeping tomorrow, so I'm gonna turn my alarms off for the morning and just wake up naturally. See you tomorrow. It's now the 24th. Just did archery this evening. Last practice before SWU in Exeter. Originally I was getting the train, but after a long debate with my family, I'm now getting picked up and driven there. So the one guy I wanted to beat isn't even there. However, I'm on the same target as one of the archers from my society, so I'm not the only Plymouth person on the target. On top of that, there is no other competition in my category on my target, because from memory, well, obviously Jonathan is recurve, but he's alumni, so he's a different category. I think there's like a experienced barebow woman, and I don't remember what category the other the other archer was, but it was not novice recurve men. My shoots are improving. We are getting better, which is good. Hopefully we get decent placement. I mean, I'd like to win. So for the first time before an archery tournament, I'm actually going to sleep. Yeah. So see you in tomorrow's recording when I tell you how the tournament went. Here's hoping. It's the 25th of January, SWU Leg 4 in Exeter. By fuck was it muddy. I spent nearly 2 hours cleaning my shoes because I own 3 pairs of shoes. One's for badminton, one's normal, and the other one is I normally use for archery because they're thicker. However, because they're glide step, they have holes in the soles. In fact, I'll just show you the shoes instead of trying to like just say, oh, pretend you know what I'm on about. Well, I can just show you the shoes. These. They're only small holes, right? But you can see right through them. So if I got mud in these holes, the mud was going in these holes. In hindsight, I still should have worn these, because at least the soles are grey, not fucking white. But at least my white-soled shoes already looked a bit tatty, so mud not going to affect them. However, we do not give a shit about the mud. For with 221 points, in second place does indeed go to one Joshua Hutchinson, which is nice, you know. I got I can't even read what it says, but I've got a medal, and because I outshot the experienced male recurve archer, when it was time to do the team photos, I had to go up with the highest scorers, which was, like the chairman of the club who's been to nationals because she's good and she shoots high, and the other barebow archer in her category, and I can't remember what category the third one is. It's barebow or recurve, but I had to go up there with 3 well experienced archers. That to me is a big flex, right? Of course, I was very humble in the moment, but I was sort of congratulated by, I don't know which university it was, but they've got a point. That's what, my 3rd competition leg, and I've outshot an experienced archer at a distance that I've not shot before. Managed to take 2nd, and got a bloody high score. So I think I need to start giving myself a little bit more credit with sort of how good I am, because I do often just say I'm shit. However, I'm going to do a slight calculation now, if I don't knock everything out from my desk, because obviously I like to calculate my average, and I've not put any of today's shots in the book yet. 352 would have been my score had I shot like I did for the first 10 for another 10, because it was a frostbite, so it was only 12. Yeah. Not bad at all. So I'm proud of what I did today, which is good, because for a while, and I say a while, like a year ago, I had like a problem where I would never like call myself by my surname because I had done bugger all. So to me it felt as if I was undeserving of my family's name. However, shooting for like 3 hours in the cold in a t-shirt with my name on the back, whilst everybody else is in like 4+ layers, to come away with 2nd, I think I'm now worthy of said name. So that's that. That's that tiny little like crisis in my life gone now. But yeah, very happy with today's results. I'm genuinely surprised that I've managed to come away with the position I have, because it was 30 yards and I'm used to 20, and even when I shot outside last time it was 20 yards. So I adjusted my sight correctly. The only issue is I now need to adjust my sight tomorrow for 20 yards indoors. And I remember roughly what it is, but you see, I'm an idiot, so I didn't take a picture. I may have won a medal, but I'm still an idiot. And I never took a picture of what my sight was at, so I've now got to go back to square one. However, I'm not complaining, because now I can get the sight perfect and really start popping off. So, I'll see you tomorrow. 2 Nerf guns have been fixed, which means I can actually use my combat style tomorrow. And I don't know if this will pick up on the camera, but because it's that pattern, on the back it kind of looks like the James Bond gun barrel logo. So yeah. Thanks for watching. It's fucking one day. It's early in the morning, okay? Yeah, see you tomorrow. Bye. It's the 27th. Rainy in Plymouth today, very rainy. Very bad rain. Today, other than ordering some bits for my archery belt, so like a waterproof ID holder for my archery ID, because my granddad's going to print that off because he's got a printer, because I don't own a printer because DSA never gave me my stuff, and that's a battle I'm still fighting. And a pair of binoculars because I can't see my arrows when they hit the target, which is understandable because one of the fletchings is black, actually two of the fletchings is black, sorry, when I meant to get 2 green and 1 black, and the neon green nook isn't enough for me to see them, so I'm getting a pair of binoculars. Because of that, I'm debating when I go home for the Easter break, trying to go back to Indigo Archery and asking to do a fletching change. What I also want to do, right, and I'm hoping YouTube doesn't flag the video because I've shown it, a weapon. Well, they're not weapons unless you load, well actually no, they kind of are. Until you load it on a bow and point it at somebody, it's a steel rod, okay? I've grouped them in sets, right? Because when I shoot them at the target, I don't know which arrow's got what score, so I can't see because I fuck up a lot on certain numbers. So I've crudely put on with Sharpie the circle pointing that's closest to the tip is what's set, and then the 3 going towards the fletching is what arrow number. Now, because I shoot tournament archery, and that's typically 3 arrows, I've got them grouped in bunches of 3. However, when I got my bow, for some reason, I asked him to make 8 instead of 9. So, I think I'll ask him to make a 9th arrow. Because, obviously, if 3 break, I'd rather have a whole set. Yeah, that logic makes sense. Plus, I can hold a lot more in the arrow holder. I can probably hold 12 arrows safely. So I could go and get 2 sets. That way I've got 4 sets of arrows. Not that I do continuous shooting. I also need to look at getting a better quiver. Because that's just the way it is. So, yeah. Other than doing that, finally recorded the scores in my book. It's raining again out there. That's about all I've done. It's raining badly out there, Jesus. So yeah, tried to book a room viewing for next year's accommodation. I'm doing it late in the game, which is not a good idea. I left it too late. Well, I was waiting for a response on the uni and they didn't respond to me till like this week. So in my defence, I was waiting on the university. In hindsight, I should have known that was going to take 14 years. Yeah, got a stand for my medal. Not that you can see it well from this angle. Let me angle you to see it properly. There you go. Interlinking medal design. Well, I say interlinking, it's a hexagon. You put hexagons together, it looks like the panel from Chicken Little. So, yeah. That's nice, that's cool. Got a Martin lecture tomorrow. But it's programming, so hey. And I get to mess around with wires, so I guess all's good. Went to make a cup of tea with milk that was 2 days out of date without realising. So I went to Tesco's in the pouring rain just to get a bit of milk. Decided to buy jam, because I was like, well, I'll have jam on toast, I've not had that in years. And then remembered that I put all my knives in the washing. Dysfunctional tonight, I'm telling you. However, I'm well rested. My arms only hurt a little bit from 3 days of constant shooting. I need to get back into sort of that one, and I don't know what it's called, but it's just that motion in the gym to work my back muscle a bit so I can pull my bow more effortlessly. Try and upgrade the poundage by next September. Aiming for minimum £28. I'm on 26, I think. It's a £2 jump. I'm on 26 or 24, it's one of the two. That's not bad at all. If I can go higher, I'm definitely going higher. However, it means buying new limbs. And that's going to be like 150 quid for the limbs. String will be like 15 quid, I think. So I'm probably going to have to get a part-time job, like a day a week while I'm at uni. Not only to save up for shit next year, because obviously society's got to rejoin them all again. Got to re-buy my Cineworld pass, because it's actually a lot more useful than I thought. And then obviously this year has taught me that budget goes over by a lot more than you expect it to. So thank God I had student finance. Plus NatWest took my money sometimes when they weren't meant to. Well, that's the point. I actually need to reapply for student finance for next year. That's a this week problem. So yeah, I've sorted more of my cards out to put them up on Facebook to try and start my card and sticker selling business. All is good. That's about it, to be honest. There's nothing else. That's all I've done today. So I'll see you tomorrow. I'm not going to start doing an outro for a video again. I think I was just kind of out of it at that point last night. I had shot for 3 days in a row, and I'd done Nerf the whole day, and then esports. My mind was just kind of gone slightly, as you could probably tell, because I started like doing an outro as if I was a proper YouTuber. So yeah, see you tomorrow. Hopefully something more eventful happens. I'm hoping I don't get fucking drenched, because it's meant to rain non-stop from yesterday to next Monday and beyond, which is going to be fun, and it's too windy for an umbrella, which I love. So yeah, see you tomorrow. Hopefully, unless I forget again.